Holy tzaddikim and tzaddikot. I hope everybody's doing great. For all of you that I had a chance to spend time with this past weekend, whether it's in Binghamton or in Miami, it was so incredible to spend time with you. For everyone who I didn't have a chance to see or speak to, please reach out. I'd love to catch up. As always, it's an honor and a privilege to be part of your life in any way that I can. So please be in touch. Okay. We are in the middle of just the most incredible stories, the stories of the Jewish people, right? The stories of our faith, of how our nation was born. And now in this week's parsha, we have the birth of the twins, Yaakov and Esav. Okay, Yitzchak and Rivka marry, and Rivka is originally barren; she can't have children, and God blesses her to have not just one child, but two children in her womb. Shnei goyim b'vitnech. There's two nations in your womb, Yaakov and Esav. There's always something that just rubbed me the wrong way. It's something that it was hard for me to understand. The Torah describes that Yitzchak had an inclination. It was easier for him to love Esav, and Rivka was easier for her to love Yaakov. It's not that they didn't love their other children. It's just that Rivka leaned towards Yaakov and Yitzchak leaned towards Esav. It was always hard for me to understand this line. Maybe the Torah is being obviously very, very honest and open, where it's like, well, parents love all their children, etc., and it's obviously true. But what's the story with Yitzchak? What does that mean that he loved Esav? And how obvious is it that Yaakov is the chosen one? That the lineage is going to go through Yaakov. What is Esav thinking? What is Yitzchak thinking? This is one of our forefathers. How could he possibly have made such a big mistake? And I think the answer is as follows: Yitzchak recognized that really Yaakov and Esav were meant to be a tag team. They were meant to be a dynamic duo. Together they would be unstoppable. Right? So Yaakov was the calm one. The one that was not aggressive by any stretch of the imagination. He was the one who was supposed to learn, right? Sit in his tents. Ish tam yoshev ba'olim. He's supposed to sit in his tents and learn Torah, right? Really focus on the relationship with Hashem. But as we know in life, there's a lot of technicalities in life. There's things that has to be taken care of, right? We have to take care of life and all the things that we have responsibilities in. And I think Yitzchak realized that together Yaakov can focus on the spirituality of life, and Yitzchak can take care of both of them when it comes to hunting and getting food and shelter, etc. And together they can have such an incredible team. And that Esav was a huge part of that team. No less important than Yaakov, who was would have been the spiritual leader, but Esav would have been, the physical leader of this team, and to be able to see that he had the koach in order to do that, that's why he really loved him. I think you see an incredible lesson here. You see, very easily we could have thought that Esav is just doomed, right? Yaakov was born with all the gifts, and Yaakov was born with the cool and the calm demeanor, the ability to truly become great. And Yitzchak is the rough and Esav is the rough and tumble one, the one who can't sit still in class and doesn't how to behave necessarily in public. And you see from here that Yitzchak is no, Esav is unique in his abilities, and just because he's not the same, and just because he doesn't fit in so easily, that doesn't mean he's not unbelievably special. Now, in the end, Esav went off, and he did things that were inappropriate and wrong, and he ended up not exactly being the person that he was meant to be. But Yitzchak saw that potential in him, and he realized that not every child has to look exactly the same. Not every child has to fit exactly the mold. Not every child has to be the biggest Ben Torah, or the one who's the most spiritually inclined. That we have values and we have the ability to make an impact on the world, each and every one of us in our unique way. And I think Yitzchak recognized that when it comes to his son Esav. And he's like, I love my son because he has so much potential and he can do so much. Not the same things as my other son Yaakov, but still what he can do and what he can accomplish and what he can bring to the world is extremely valuable nonetheless. I think what really Yitzchak is teaching us is to truly see the potential in every person. Right? Whether it's your children, whether it's your siblings, whether it's your friends, or the people in your community, the people that you have interactions with, it is very, very easy to look at someone and be like, that person, what can they do? What can they accomplish? And Yitzchak is teaching us, hold on, he's able to see the greatness in Esav, who's, we know, not necessarily be the greatest guy. And Yitzchak's like, what do you mean? That's my son, Esav. He's amazing. He's great. I love him so much. He's incredible. And so if Yitzchak can see the greatness in Esav, how much more so should we be able to see the greatness in everyone in our lives? No one in our lives is like Esav. And yet Yitzchak can see the greatness in Esav. So how about us to be able to see the goodness inside of everyone in our lives? Yes, not everyone that we interact with, not everyone is going to be the same. Not everyone's going to have the same strength. Not everyone's going to fit into our box, into our mold. Not everyone is going to look the part, if you will. But what Yitzchak is teaching us is that everyone is so unbelievably unique and special and can bring something to the table. And if we find that special something about everyone, and we maximize that special, unique talent from everyone, then everyone can be truly, truly great. What an incredible lesson, to be able to see the good, the positive in every person, everyone within our realm, within our world, and to try to bring that goodness out of them. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's bring everyone's best foot forward. Let's show the goodness and the greatness inside of every person. I want to live in that world. I want to live in the world of Yitzchak. Zat Hashem. Let's make it happen. Wishing all the Hod Tzadikim and Tzadikot. Shabbat Shalom.